Picture this for a second. Imagine you're standing outside a massive, futuristic skyscraper at midnight. The day's chaotic activity is totally done, the lights are dimming, and then suddenly, you watch this huge fleet of heavy-duty cleaning trucks pull up to the curb. High-pressure water valves open up, sending this massive torrent of sparkling clean water rushing through literally every single corridor, elevator shaft, and office space in that building, just aggressively scrubbing away the day's debris. Well, it turns out your brain does the exact same thing every single night. But when that nocturnal cleaning crew gets interrupted or just operates inefficiently, that's exactly when we wake up with that heavy, frustrating veil of morning brain fog. Picture this.
Let's get into this explainer. Today we're looking at the exact science of how your brain physically washes away toxic waste during deep sleep. And more importantly, we are going to completely demystify the precise bedtime protocols, the specific sleep positions, and the environmental hacks you can use tonight to absolutely maximize your brain's overnight cleanup. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll be hitting 1, the daily brain drain, 2, the nightly brainwash, 3, the lateral sleep secret, 4, optimizing your sleep environment, 5, the pre-bed wind down, and 6, the ultimate cognitive advantage.
First up, Section 1, the daily brain drain. Okay, so to solve the problem of morning fog and cognitive fatigue, we really have to start by understanding what's going on inside our heads during a normal, demanding day of deep work. Think about your waking brain. You've got billions of active neurons firing blindingly fast, generating these tiny sparks of electricity to process literally everything, every conversation, every email, every movement. But there's a pretty serious spatial issue happening up there. During the day, your brain cells are packed so incredibly tightly together that fluid can barely squeeze through the narrow gaps between them. And because of this super dense packaging, a stream of microscopic, sticky, dark particles naturally build up in those tiny crevices. It's just a direct byproduct of your normal daily thinking. This includes highly problematic waste, like amyloid-beta. If left unchecked, these sticky proteins cluster together, physically gumming up the gears of your neural network. It's literally the biological equivalent of pouring sand into a high-performance engine. It's just the heavy cost of doing business while you're awake.
Moving on to Section 2, the nightly brainwash.
The moment your clock ticks past 11 p.m. and your brainwaves slow down as you drift off to sleep, a totally life-changing physical transition happens inside your skull. Your brain cells actually physically shrink by a staggering 60%. Let that sink in for a second. 60%. That is a dramatic macroscopic shift in your biology. It's exactly like instantly clearing a crowded bumper-to-bumper highway. It turns this dense, impenetrable sponge into a wide-open, porous net. And this incredible shrinking process creates massive open avenues, allowing a powerful rush of fluid to finally flow freely through your complex neural pathways.
And that brings us to the real star of the show. With those cellular channels completely wide open, a clear, glowing blue fluid, your cerebrospinal fluid, surges up from your spinal cord. It gets pumped forcefully through what scientists call the glymphatic system. Now, researchers only relatively recently mapped this whole thing out. Why? Because unlike the rest of your body, your brain actually lacks traditional lymphatic vessels. For decades, it was a total biological mystery how the brain cleared its waste. But it turns out it relies entirely on this hidden specialized network of microscopic plumbing channels that wrap tightly right around your blood vessels. This nighttime pressure wash acts exactly like a natural dishwasher. The fluid sweeps through the brain, collects all that dark, sticky amyloid-beta and protein waste, and just drains it efficiently out of the brain so it can be safely filtered by your liver and kidneys. Which brings us to Section 3, the lateral sleep secret. So, the multi-million-dollar question is, how do we actually optimize this microscopic plumbing system so it operates at peak capacity? Surprisingly, it starts with the macroscopic physical position of your body in bed. Science actually shows that this lateral sleeping position, basically sleeping on your side, is the absolute best way to maximize glymphatic drainage. You just roll gently onto your side, tuck a soft pillow under your head, and, this is key, place another pillow between your knees for perfect spinal alignment. Why does this simple physical shift matter so much? Because gravity and proper spinal alignment play a massive role in how efficiently your cerebrospinal fluid flows. When your spine is perfectly straight on your side, the fluid flows with maximum ease, letting your brain flush out its plumbing without hitting any anatomical bottlenecks. And fascinatingly, this isn't just a human quirk. It's a deeply ingrained evolutionary trait shared by tons of mammals, from dogs to elephants. It's specifically adopted over millions of years to clear neurological waste as efficiently as possible while we're vulnerable and asleep. All right, Section 4,
optimizing your sleep environment.
Your glymphatic system does its absolute deepest, most restorative washing during the prolonged, slow wave stages of deep sleep, which mostly happen in the first half of the night. To protect that incredibly delicate sleep architecture, you need a flawless bedroom environment. First thing, drop your thermostat to a cool, crisp 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Why exactly 65? Because it perfectly mirrors the natural, rapid drop in core body temperature that historically happens at nightfall in nature. This cooling acts as a powerful biological trigger, signaling your brain to literally power down into deep sleep. Next, you gotta eliminate all smartphone blue light a full hour before bed. Blue light just violently halts the production of melatonin, your master sleep hormone, right at the pineal gland. Finally, turn your room into a pitch-black, silent sanctuary. Seriously, tape over any of those glowing power strip lights and block out all ambient noise. Even tiny interruptions can pull you right out of slow wave sleep, instantly shutting off that glymphatic power wash before it even finishes the job. Next up, Section 5, the pre-bed wind-down. Okay, so your physical environment is set, but to truly trigger a high-quality brainwash, you need a highly precise, chronological routine leading right up to the moment you close your eyes. At 7 p.m., stop all calorie intake. Eating too close to bedtime diverts massive amounts of blood flow away from your brain and straight toward your digestive tract, which physically stalls the upward pumping mechanics of the cleanup process. Then, 90 minutes before bed, jump in a warm shower or bath. When you step out of the hot water into your cool room, the rapid evaporation pulls heat away from your skin, artificially dropping your core body temperature to initiate that deep sleep phase we just talked about. 60 minutes out, the smartphone goes away to reduce mental clutter and lower cortisol, your stress hormone. Finally, at 0 minutes, as you're lying there in bed, practice slow box breathing. Inhale deeply for 5 seconds, hold that breath for 5 seconds, and exhale smoothly for 5 seconds. This specific rhythm actively stimulates your vagus nerve and triggers the parasympathetic nervous system. It drops your resting heart rate into a calm, rhythmic pace, allowing your glymphatic fluid to pump with much greater, more consistent pressure. Interestingly enough, your nocturnal sleep routine actually extends right into the next morning. Let's say at 7 a.m., the very first thing you should do the second your feet hit the floor is drink a large, clean glass of water with a pinch of sea salt. Think about it. You just spent 8 hours expiring water vapor and running a high-pressure fluid wash. Drinking salted water instantly replenishes your body's fluid balance, making absolutely sure you have the exact raw materials, electrolytes, and hydration needed to prime the pump for the next night's wash cycle. Finally, Section 6, the ultimate cognitive advantage. So, we have the mechanics, the posture, and the routine. But what actually happens to your daily life when you make these habits absolutely non-negotiable? The contrast is honestly staggering. Failing to activate this nightly wash cycle allows metabolic waste to literally pool and stagnate inside your brain. And research from top neuroimaging labs clearly shows that this specific type of poor sleep quality radically accelerates the biological aging of the brain. It's the direct cause of that blank stare at your computer screen, the total inability to focus, and that endless heavy morning fog. On the flip side, a completely washed brain is a highly resilient machine. With all that toxic waste swept away, your brain efficiently rebuilds neural connections while you sleep. The result? Vastly faster electrical signals, superior memory recall, and true cognitive longevity. You can process complex information faster and handle incredibly high levels of daily cognitive demand with effortless ease. Consider this profound realization from our source material today. People are out there paying thousands of dollars at premium wellness clinics for hyperbaric oxygen chambers, intravenous drips, and totally untested cognitive enhancement therapies, just desperately trying to buy an edge. But the absolute most powerful brain-sharpening therapy on Earth? It's completely free. It is built directly into your own biology. Your daily productivity, your sharp mental focus, and your overall emotional mood are entirely in your hands every single night, simply by allowing your body to do exactly what it was designed to do. So, the only question left is, are you ready to lock into glymphatic detox tonight? Try implementing the lateral sleeping position and these simple environmental hacks this evening. Because if washing away a little microscopic waste and completely change your baseline focus, eliminate your brain fog, and double your energy today, just imagine what your brain is truly capable of unlocking decades from now. Thank you so much for diving into this explainer with me. Keep optimizing, and I'll see you in the next one.